All right, today on the channel, we're going to take a look at this wireless light gun from Greenberg Limited. This is going to be a future Kickstarter project. This is their Jarhead model. This is something that they just sent out to a bunch of content creators in the arcade game space. What this is a wireless light gun for your PC, your Raspberry Pi, or if you don't have either one of those, they have this own little unique console that they can provide for additional Kickstarter price. In which it plays the games directly off a single board or computer. You just put it in a micro SD card, load up the game files. It supports 8 different emulators right now as of the making of this video, and you can play your games off of this. But again, like I said, you don't need this. You can play your own games with a Raspberry Pi or a PC. Wireless light gun, I mean, this is the future. So the Sending guns have been out there, aim track, a lot of other supporting light gun devices have been out on the market for quite a while that work on an LCD TV, but this, to my knowledge, this will be the first one other than like the Wiimote, but that's kind of a different product. This one has built-in recoil, and as you can see, we got multiple buttons functionality here. So we got triangle, circle, square, X, traditional PlayStation style buttons, start, select. We have an analog thumbstick here, so you can use this as a D-pad or an analog device. We've got our power on button. We've got our recoil on and off, so if you don't like the recoil functionality. Then we have another button here. This turns the recoil functionality between automatic and single shot, so you want those individual pop-pops or that very rapid fire sound, you can do that. And then lastly, we have our little kind of like wireless connectivity button there. On the front is our USB-C charging port, as well as 3 LED indicators, so your battery life indicator, whether this is connected for player 1 and player 2, and that's pretty much it. But everything that came with the kit, so we've got 2 little camera sensors. You'll place these on top of your monitor, your TV, or what have you, basically kind of in the middle, evenly spaced from the left and right side. It's got a very lengthy USB cable here, connects to, like I said, your PC, your Raspberry Pi, or their console. Power brick for the console. Like I said, we've got 2 USB ports right there, so you can connect 2 of these guns to a single Jarhead component here. We got our little micro SD card spot there. Nice little fan up top. Around back, we have 1 more USB port, HDMI out, micro USB input, our power port, and then the power on and off, and that is it. So let's go ahead and plug up this, and we'll test some games on it and see how well this light gun works. So I have the Jarhead console connected, HDMI, the USB connection for the sensors that go on top of the screen, our power connection, and that is it. There's a 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi dongle there that communicates to the gun itself, and you'll notice on top there's a little red LED. That is not illuminated because I'm too close to the screen. So this is a 43-inch screen. I have to get, I don't know, probably 8 feet away before that lights up. And you see, once it's illuminated, that means the gun is being registered and sends the signal to the screen. You can see as I point it away from the screen, the light goes out. It's not until I go back in front of those IR sensors do we really understand how accurate it is. If I want to, power up the game, this is the arcade version of Duck Hunt. So I'll put some quarters in, select, and then I can, choose 1-player or 2-player game. But as you can see, I got the crosshairs. Everything's tracking very well. Got a single shot recoil on there. I'm not sure if you can hear it or not, but you can also change it, make that, rat-a-tat-tat sound. But we'll just do this one-handed while I'm holding a camera. So accuracy is not going to be the strong suit on my part, but as far as the gun is tracking, everything's looking good. I mean, that is a very good, kind of like a 1-to-1 on my movements. I'm, again, doing poorly because I'm staring through the viewfinder of the camera and trying to do this one-handed, but overall, gotta say, impressed with how well this works for being a wireless option. And to back out of a game, we'll hold start and select for a couple seconds, and we should see it go back to the main menu. As far as available cores, you got PlayStation 1, SNES, Commodore, MAME, NES, Sega, Atari, and 3DO. That is what is currently supported, and I'm just navigating using the thumbstick, and is very responsive, and luckily you don't have to worry about being too close to the sensors with this. Pull the trigger to hit enter, The circle button is working for my back, but you know, I can go down, select my core, then I select my game file here. We got a couple of files loaded up there. Back out, and you can go to settings, you know, connect to Wi-Fi for wireless updates. That way you can download firmware updates, change language, adjust the IR sensor, little things like that, change your audio settings. But overall, you know, nice little option out there if you don't have a PC or Raspberry Pi. Obviously the graphics a little different by today's standards, but tracking actually is great on this gun. I'm very impressed with how well it just, you know, works. There we go. Off-screen reload works. Oh, I missed her. I have to shoot from the hip. Since I don't have crosshairs, it's throwing me off. I'm used to the arcade version where I have crosshairs. But so far so good. Oh wow. Of course the guy shows up with a bazooka.
Action. There he is.
Gotta love the guys out here in the Daisy Dukes. Nothing says I'm a tough international crime syndicate member than white denim shorts. Overall, I gotta say, I've been genuinely impressed with this Jarhead system. Wireless light gun, it works exactly as advertised. It's very easy to set up. You just plug in that USB dongle, set up the sensors, and you're good to go. A couple design things I would change. Number one, I don't like having the USB charging port up in the front there. I think it would be so much more beneficial if it was the bottom here, especially if you wanted to play for super long periods of time. You could charge it and use it simultaneously with it being, you know, down here versus having a cord up here. Obviously is going to interfere with you being able to use this and charge it simultaneously. So I would change that. The recoil slash, the solenoid inside just feels a little bit weak. It has a little bit of a rumble, and then it has that, kind of metal pen sound. But for other guns I've tested that do have recoil, granted those are wired, those are a little more robust with the recoil settings. So if they could somehow make it just a little more beefier with that impact setting, I think that would be awesome. But for, less than $100, I mean, I think this thing is going to be a huge win for people out there that haven't already invested in maybe a send-in or an aim track. Right now, as of making this video, the Kickstarter is not live, but it will be live sometime in April, at least that's what was reported to me. I'll put a link down in the video description box below. But guys, let me know your thoughts and opinions of this wireless light gun. What additional changes or suggestions do you have for them on this light gun system? Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. If you enjoyed the content, make sure you hit that like button. Share this video with your friends if you found the information helpful. And as always, thanks for watching, guys. It really means a lot.